Hello, Dylan here, and welcome back to Higurashi Part 6, I think. Yes, Part 6. I'm hoping to see if I can do the 4th chapter of the first game here. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of all the new videos, including more of this. Further ado, let us continue. The function of this school as an educational facility is very questionable. Our PE class is exceptionally disorganized. The only things we do together are the warm-ups at the start. The teacher isn't even there after that. All we do is play together. No helping it, everybody's a different age or gender. The only rule is that we have to stay on school grounds while exercising. All the little kids who are gallivanting about, well, they certainly are being active. You might be getting plenty of exercise, but the Board of Education probably completely forgot about this school. Sorry to keep you waiting. We're all together now. What shall we do today for PE? Alright, we have all of our members gathered now. Now then, class representative, what shall we do for PE today? What shall we do? Mion harumphed and crossed her arms haughtily, surveying the area. Explosive power and endurance. There are no friends in the world of sports. Everyone is a rival. The only thing you can trust is in your own body. What the heck do you mean by that? You really read too much manga. I quipped without missing a beat. And so we'll be taking a lesson from history. The tried and true king of outdoor melee events, let's play tag. It was quite the adorable choice to make after playing it up so much. Just what I was hoping for. That dunderhead Keiichi-san shall be the first one to be it. I won't be beaten. I'll try my best too. You can't beat me. Why are you guys all so into it? Third rule of our society. You must partake in the game, enjoying it without question. Then this counts as a club activity? Everyone smirked at each other. They all seemed pretty confident. Man, physically I should be able to keep up with any girls my own age. Regardless, Mion and Satoko looked like they were aiming for victory, and Rina was looking at me as if pitying my disadvantage. Fine, tag. I'm in! My yell echoed across the school grounds. These were the rules. Anyone who was able to evade being tagged before the bell was a winner. But we didn't switch who was it. The ones who were tagged by it also became it. So the number of people who are it could increase exponentially. The end game would be a hellish siege. They call the version we're playing here zombie tag, you see. I see, anyone infected by a zombie turns into a zombie. Why do you make it sound so scary, I wonder. As soon as I catch Rina, I'm going to tear out her entrails while she's still alive. Gross, Keiichi-kun, that's gross. Rika-chan placed her hand on Rina's head as she panicked. Don't worry, before Keiichi gobbles you down, I'll eat you up gently. Okay. Okay. Rika, that isn't comforting at all. Both Mion and I nodded deeply. So the first it. How do you decide who's a zombie? With the rock, paper, scissors? Well, it is class time after all. Let's decide by answering questions. I'll ask the questions, and the one who isn't able to answer is the zombie. I have no idea which level they're coming from. What does the Japanese word for roku mean? Huh? I was bewildered by the sudden question. Mion repeated it. So you need to answer. What's roku in English? It's 6. How about kutushita? Socks. What's the third last letter in the alphabet? It's X. What does Seibetsu mean? Of course I know what that is. Satoko cut herself off before finishing the answer. Of course she doesn't know. I see, it's quite a lewd question. You're an adult, aren't you? Of course you know what it is, right? I certainly do. Of course I know. Then go ahead and say it. That, you know, that. What does that mean exactly? Satoko looks like she's in trouble. How cute. Don't take her home. It's a crime. If I didn't nip it in the bud, she really might have tried to take her home. Mion's pursuit was relentless, making Satoko stammer. Now then, go ahead and say it, nice and loudly. What does that mean? I do know. So that means a person, thing, idea, action, or event which has been previously indicated in context. Huh? All those were a bit surprised with Rika-chan's unexpected answer. Well, it certainly wasn't what that... Well, it certainly was what that means. That could have been awkward. I wonder what I would have done in Satoko's position. I'd probably get ticked off and just blurt out you-know-what at the top of my lungs. I wouldn't want you as an enemy, Mion Sonozaki. Thank goodness you were born a girl. If you were a boy, you'd probably be a perverted asshole. It appears I have no choice. Unfortunately, I, Satoko Hojo, shall assume the role of the zombie. And shall eat everyone. It seems she's raring to go. All I must do is count to 100, correct? Some jerks skip numbers with counting to 100, so you can start chasing after you solve this problem. Oh, Kichi-kun, give her a simple one, okay? 1/5 of a cake, 1/6 of a cake, and 1/7 of a cake are all on a plate. Oh no, there are no common denominators. Satoko grabbed a stick and in a panic began drawing a cake in fractions on the ground. If Satoko, who can eat one cake in 60 seconds, eats all of them, how many cakes are left on the plate? Just as I finished giving the word problem, Mion shouted, "Ready, go!" On Mion's signal, everyone but Satoko scattered. On me, oh. Kichi-kun, that wasn't a problem at all, was it? Satoko had already lost the moment. She started working it out. She's eaten it all, so of course there's nothing left on the plate. Everyone dashed off in a direction they thought was best. Knowing the lay of the land, they probably headed right to the best spots. It was obvious I was at a disadvantage. At a time like this, it would have been more effective to go along with those trained in survival skills. Like Mion, for example. The fact that I didn't realize it at the start of the game probably hurt my chances. Glancing back over the school grounds, I saw Satoko just rising up to start. She was really mad. So she got tripped up. She got tripped up on such a dumb question. I stood at one of the corners of the school. I had clear sightlines in two directions and probably had a good response time if any zombies started closing in. For the time being, I caught my breath and focused on what I was trying to think during club activities yesterday. Now think calmly, Kichi, my bro. If I was it, what would I do? Increasing my numbers would be the shortcut to victory. Then going after the weakest player first is the obvious point of attack, meaning me. Now then, where could Kichi-san possibly be? I shan't let you escape. But of course, what would be the best method to track him down? Footprints or snow? Maybe some type of trail. I could craftily hide my tracks, and there would be no trail for Satoko to follow. But I was no detective. Would I even be able to do that kind of thing in an amateur game like this? Tomita Okamura, have you seen Kichi-san recently? What the heck? Do zombies hunt their prey by asking nicely where they went? Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun pointed to the location where I was at. You those traitors. After confirming she was headed in this direction, I abandoned my position. It wasn't easy to hide myself with all those little kids running around as they pleased. It was becoming even more obvious that I was at a disadvantage from not being familiar with these surroundings. If that's how it's going to be, then to confront this intelligence-gathering zombie, I had to just counter it with a similar vein. I approached some girls playing with a ball. I'm sorry, but could you relay this message? Tell us to Tokohojo that our parents are at the gate, please. Yes, it's a message. Okay. I stopped the girls as they turned to run off. Wait, don't go, yes. Also, take this one to Mio and Sonozaki. Tell her the teacher is calling her to the gate. I am quite the schemer if I do say so myself. If things went well, then Shitoko and Mion would run into each other at the gate. It would put me at a disadvantage if more people were it, but this was Mion I'm talking about. She'd figure out what way to escape. But that was just fine, as long as it bought me more time. A dance for me, Mion and Shitoko, in the palm of my hand. Having my fill playing the con man, I looked for a place to hide. If you think about it logically, I'd only bought myself a scant amount of time, and it might even come back to bite me. Once it became apparent that I started spreading false information through messengers, I could end up being the recipient of one of those messages. Shitoko would probably ask the messengers to help her look for me. Now, there would be more zombies than participants in the game. Oh no. The virus that was brought about by my mischief could cause an epidemic. All my classmates would transform into zombies and would only be searching for me. This tactic might backfire horribly. With trembling at the thought of the impending dawn of the dead, I began searching for a safe house. I found a shed by the incinerator behind the school. After climbing up to the roof, I held my breath. It wasn't a bad place to hold out. Not only did I have good line of sight, but if necessary, I could jump off in 3 different directions to escape. It was getting rowdy down there. Hulu or Grace were running around below the shed. Higurashi-san isn't around. Is he over there? Nope. Where's Keiichi-san, I wonder? Is that the front gate? That was definitely a lie. The word gate, the same one I'd used, gave a hint of revenge, so Mion was behind us. I'm still keeping one step ahead of the game. I felt bad for my underclassmen, but they'd have to start until the school bell. Hey, do you know where Keiichi-san is at? His mom suddenly got really sick. A message from Higurashi-san. They said his house got fire and he needs to come to the gate. A jumbo jet fell on top of the Maipur residence. The police have come to question him. Anything goes now. They say he enjoys peeping into bathrooms. Huh? Is it true that he's going on every night stealing? Oh god, really? What kind of rumors are they trying to spread? What are they talking about? I heard he... Oh god. No way I would do that. I heard that class representative Mion was a victim too. What? This was your doing, Mion. Calm down, Keiichi Maibara. This is Mion's battle tactic to flush me out. Just hold on. If my underclassmen thought about it logically, they would know it's all nonsense. But small kids don't think about things logically. To them, all those things are true, so they all chuckle together while looking for me. What? I win, Mion. It's my victory. Wiping unrelenting tears away, I felt intoxicated by my own victory. Did you hear that? I heard that the new transfer student Higurashi is a really perverted person. Yeah, the cost of being Mion had too high a price. Oh, someone passed below. That's Rina and Rika. Rika-chan, you still okay? I'm getting by somehow. It seems Mi-chan is it as well. Mion? It couldn't be. She'd become it because of my little strategy? This confirmed that Mion was behind this relentless message war. Then this wasn't good. We finally got away from Mi-chan, but Shitoko-chan, she's searching around the pipe, so we should be safe here for a while. Upon hearing that, I breathed a sigh of relief. While Rina was slumped on the ground, breathing heavily, Rika-chan had started creeping up to her. Rika-chan doesn't normally make noise when she walks, but it's strange. It couldn't be. Whoa. Rika-chan? What is it? What is it? Oh. Don't worry. I had never seen Rika-chan smile so creepily before. Why are you coming closer? Why? Rika-chan isn't a zombie, is she? Don't be scared. I'll be sure to eat you gently. No way. Rika-chan, no. Eek! Reina was pressed against the wall, and Rika-chan lurched forward with both arms, just like a zombie. Reina quaked with her back pushed up against the wall. It was quite a surreal scene of horror, like one of those zombie breakout videos you'd see. At that moment, Reina's eyes met mine. Keiichi-kun, save me! Zombie Rika-chan turned 180 degrees, exorcist style, and glared at me. Found him. I see Kei-chan. Mio popped up from behind the tinder block wall around the garbage dump, after seeing where I was. My position was only advantageless when there was one zombie being surrounded was not good. You said you located Keiichi-san? I could tell that Satoko was rushing my way. It seemed that Rika-chan had let Reina escape, and now she was bearing her fangs in my direction. Come on down, Keiichi-chan. Kei-chan, not Keiichi-chan. Three zombies circled the shed, moaning curses. You guys are scary, too scary. I wonder how Keiichi-san's guts taste. Keiichi-san. Keiichi, I want you to become one of us. Please save me. I saw Reina apologizing to me from across the schoolyard. An apology. Sorry. Leaving me for dead? Reina. I leapt off the roof out of fear, slipping as I landed. Satoko and Rika jumped on top of me, and after struggling me, they tickled me all over my body. Stop! So this means Reina is still left. There isn't much time until the bell. Damn you, Reina! How dare you leave me for dead! Feeling of a zombie. I understood how vengeful ghosts with lingering regrets felt. It's sad, so sad. But Keiichi is one of us now. I felt like I'd been bitten by a vampire who was now one of the thralls. It was a strange feeling, being welcomed over to the side that had pursued me. Zombie tag is quite profound. This is no time to postulate. We must capture Reina. The principal is walking down the hall. The bell will ring soon. To devour Reina, I, who had been turned into a demon of vengeance, needed to use any means necessary. Except I wasn't just a zombie. I was a master of the night, a vampire. Using the same trick that had tightened the noose around my own neck, I used my classmates to further my evil designs. I gathered up the lower grades from around the school grounds. Everyone, listen. Reina's in big trouble. All of you, please look for Reina. It's a bigger problem than just a jumbo jet crashing into your family's house. Oh yeah, it had turned into that, hadn't it? Ian was nonchalantly trying to avoid the blame. Yeah, it's not even in the same league as jumbo jets. What fell on Reina's house was a space colony. A space colony? Yeah, it's a really big disaster. Everything in a 100-kilometer radius was obliterated. But that's only the prelude to this tragic death. This is the beginning, the start of a war for independence by the propagandability of Zeon. The lower grades were dumbfounded, their eyes like saucers at the grand turn of events. Well, what will happen? Will the Terran Federation lose? If things went like this, they will. Only one person can defeat the Red Comets. That person is Reina Ryugu. The lower grade students all gulped. It seemed I made them fully understand the fight for Earth was lost without Reina. Now scatter, comrades, we must find Reina. All lying to younger kids. My comrades in the lower grades let out an enthusiastic cheer and dashed off in various directions around the school grounds. There was still one person who had gone. But I thought even the Terran Federation's impulse wave diffusion cannon didn't work on the Comet Empire. They're close. That's the white variety of those comets. The reason it didn't work was because they didn't know the weak point. Of course, Rina knows her weak point all too well. Ryugu-san is amazing. So out of the sight of that, he also rushed out to look for Rina. It does seem like there are some promising up-and-comers amongst the youngsters. But of Kei-chan's abilities, this old man knows them better now. It didn't really feel like she was complimenting me, but whatever. Really though, how exceptional, Kei-chan. This looks quite promising. If we have this many, we can win. With this many, we will win. I was thinking that Keiichi would have been a better nominee for the initial zombie. Rika-chan's words stung a bit, but I let it slide for now. Not even Rina will be able to escape the entire class. As a result of everyone's thorough search, Rina was finally cornered in the back of the sports equipment shed. You're all scary. Keiichi-kun too. So scary. It probably was scary being chased around by the entire student body. All the lower grades closed in on Rina, saying she was the only one who could save the world. What are you all saying? I can't control mech. Rina, how could you leave me for dead? Are you ready to pay for it? I'm sorry about that, Keiichi-kun, but I didn't have a choice. Do not resist, let yourself be devoured. Let's all be together. Now, Rina, say your prayers. Rina had settled onto a mat, trembling with tears in her eyes. I closed in, associating the situation with a similar, particularly immoral one, made my pulse quicken just a bit. Sotoko and Rika-chan were both wiggling their fingers. They probably wanted to tickle Rina, wanting no part of what she knew was about to happen, went stiff with fear. Keiichi-kun, you wouldn't do mean things like everyone else, would you? Would you? I wonder. Now then, are you ready? Okay, so long as it's Keiichi-kun, the face she made as she recognized herself to her feet made my heart skip a beat. I believe that Keiichi-kun wouldn't do horrible things to me. Her body won't move. That had to be some sort of anti-zombie mantra. The second my sense of reason chimed in, the beast inside me died instantly. There's the bell. Yeah, there's the bell. Game over. Yay! I did it! I survived! Yay! Rina pranced around merrily as if a curse has been broken. So daylight broke in the nick of time, the evil zombie army disintegrated into dust. And so the heroine survived. Well, that's how it goes in the movies anyway. What are you postulating about? This is all because Keiichi-san was dawdling about. Oh, you're gonna put the blame on me? Oh no! Punishment's required, are you kidding me? I was subdued by Sotoko and Rika-chan and once again sentenced to death by 100 tickles. Forgive me, Then the award for surviving goes to Reina, Ryugu, and Mion Sonozaki. Yay! Wait. Huh? Mion wasn't a zombie? I thought you only pretended to be one. They say you need to deceive your allies before you can deceive the enemy, you know. Mion, little. Yeah. Hurry up and change, alright? Don't be late for the next class. Let go of me, Sotoko. Rika-chan. Having had my fill of being terrified to my very core by club activities, I suddenly swore I would have Mion crying for mercy next time. Okay, after arriving home, I quickly made preparations to head out once again. I had agreed to meet with Rina to dig Colonel Sanger's out of that mountain of treasure from before. Do we have work gloves? I need towels too. Nothing in the shed out back. The towels are by the sink. Alright, now I was all ready. Looking at me, my mom stared quizzically. What's going on, Keiichi? Where are you headed to? And I get up. If they come to dump again illegally, he'll be buried completely and it'll be impossible to dig him out. And if that happens, Reina will undoubtedly go after the Colonel Sanders in front of the fried chicken place in town. Palace? A bit of excavating, so my classmate doesn't become a criminal. Oh, don't be out too late. Wow, great parenting. Mom returned to the kitchen with a puzzled expression still on her face, so she's still questioning it, but she's just letting him do whatever. Cutting through the woods as a shortcut through the dam site, I ran into someone. Is it... Yep, it's who I thought it was going to be. It was Tomitaka-san, probably taking pictures of wild birds again with that precious camera of his. It couldn't be that all he took pictures of was handsome young men in the twilight. Hey, long time no see, Keiichi-kun, right? My due regards. I expelled the rude imagery from my head and greeted him without inciting anything. By the way, was that girl an acquaintance of yours? He was probably talking about Reina. Guessing by the way Tomitaka-san was shaken up. What was that all about? She was walking around with an axe, and she was laughing with a huge smile across her face. Ooh. That was Reina without a doubt. It was probably because she could take it home today. So she couldn't hide her excitement. I hid myself because I thought it might be dangerous. Should I call the cops to be safe? Well, it certainly would be quite the spectacle for a girl of her age to be roaming around with an axe. Tomitaka-san's reaction was the epitome of logic. It's fine. Just leave her be. She's just wandering around looking for more victims. Tomitaka-san was alarmed by my crass response. Well, it's probably hard for normal people to understand Reina. I'll just toss a bunch of BS out there. If you're to be killed out there, she'd probably be the one to do it. Try not to seem too much around here. With a condescending smirk, I started off in the direction of the dam site where Reina was waiting. Before I got too far, Tomitaka-san abruptly called out to me. Keiichi-kun, is that meant to be a warning for an outsider like me? I didn't mean that seriously. I did try to make it obvious, but... I'll try my best to be careful. Leaving only those words behind, Tomitaka-san turned around and left. I didn't really mean to call him an outsider. I wasn't really implying anything when I said that. It was only meant to be a joke, but it felt like I said something bad. Off to the dam site. Keiichi-kun, I was waiting for you. Let's try our best today. I understood what Tomitaka-san was trying to say. Somebody gallivanting about while waving an axe around certainly would seem dangerous. You should cover that axe or something when you have it in public. It's not good to carry it around out in the open like that. Seems that I lost it, so there isn't one. Thinking about it, there really was no need to try to keep up appearances. Everyone in Hinazawa probably already knew about Reina's eccentricity. That were. She's probably the only person who could carry an axe around Hinazawa and not to be considered suspicious. Well, let's finish this today. If we bust through the last beam, we should be able to pull him out. I've got everything I need. Leave it to me. Okay. I took the axe from Reina and made my way up the unstable slope. Just wait, Colonel Sanders. Keiichi-kun will save you. Alright, get back. I'll finish this in one go. A solid thwack rang throughout Hinazawa, as if the job was being done by a lumberjack. How is it? Think you can do it? If it looks too hard, you don't have to strain yourself. If I can break through this, then we'll be good. I have plenty of power today. I can do it. But this adversary was more formidable than I expected. First of all, I'd never used an axe before. During a school camping trip, I wanted to split the wood, but I lost At rock, paper, scissors, I wasn't able to do it. Because the spot where I was standing was so unstable, I soon became tired. I decided to take a break. Rena had already spread out a tarp and laid down some tea and sweets. I'm fine. I'm almost there. I'll make sure Rena can give Colonel Sanders a good night kiss tonight. Yeah, thanks. Give Colonel Sanders a good night kiss. Oh, come to think of it, Rena, you're a transfer student too, right? Where did you live before? I asked her nonchalantly while drinking tea. I had thought she lived here all her life. In Kanto. It wasn't really as rural as it is out here, but it was still out in the countryside. Why did he move here? To Hinozawa, I mean. You know, this is pretty far out in the boonies. Why did he move here? Does it have to do with your dad's work? Dad said he wanted to move out to a studio. He'd been saying for a while that somewhere deep in the mountain like this would be perfect. Studio, is your father an artist or something? He paints scenery. Seems that twice a year he opens a gallery for the stuff he does. And he started his works were displayed in an industry plaza in Tokyo, but now they're exhibited in the Makihari Messe. I probably said that completely wrong. He determined to have them displayed in the Waterfront International Exhibition Hall. That's amazing. Let me see them next time. I was too embarrassed to tell her that I didn't really know what kind of pictures my father painted. Well, eventually I would. I picked myself up while giving some vague answers. But you transferred in the middle of the semester, didn't you? Wasn't that a hassle? Not really. I was getting bored of the city anyway. I was trying to get answers from Rena, but I ended up being the one giving out all the answers. With a bit of a wry smile on my face, I grabbed the handle of the axe and I headed back to work site. Okay. Gonna get the Colonel Sanders out. The air grew colder as the sun slowly set. The Higurashi began their song as if to tell me to stop and head home for the day. Just a bit more. Today, I would end it. When I first started, I chatted with Rena as I worked, but now I didn't have that luxury. Hoo-yah! You little... Damn it! I had swung the axe countless times so that just like this. Contact. Shards of wood splintered. The assailants butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes. I recalled that passage from the tabloid. One hit with something like this would smash someone's head in. Axes and pickaxes were not meant to be swung at people, ever. One last swing, the beam cracked apart. The weight I put behind the axe not only split through the beam, but smashed the statue's shoulder as well. Oh, the arm came off with a sickening sound. It caught her down noisily stopping at my feet. Ah. What's the matter? Are you hurt? Sorry. The figure's arm, I broke it off. Oh, that's all? I thought Ch.1 hurt himself. I probably had a really guilty look on my face. Said that without a hint of dismay as she smiled. We just needed to tape it back on and put a coat over him. Nobody will ever notice. I see. Let's pull him out then. Can you get that side? Okay. Seems that you haven't been able to find one of the arms, you see. I laughed dryly at how pathetic I was for considering the arm flopping down or rolling to my feet to be such a bad omen. Both Rena and Mio knew how sickening that incident was, so they pretended they didn't know. I had looked it up all by myself, and shamefully enough, I was scared. You're pathetic, Keiichi Maibara. Alright, Rena, let's do this in one go. Ready? And... Whoa, we did it. We did it, Keiichi-kun. Yay. The right time to give 3 cheers. That moment of 2 days of work bearing fruit. He who was brought to Hinozawa covered in filth to meet his end said he was able to welcome him back. You're pretty lucky, Colonel Sanders. Your new master is a pretty decent person. Ah, Colonel Sanders, he really is cute. It didn't matter how that he was dirty. Rena nuzzled him cheerfully with her cheek. I was dead tired, but seeing Rina's happy face made it all worth it. I'll help you carry it back. It'd be bad if it gets dark. Yeah, right. I really want to thank you, Keiichi-kun. I won't forget this. Think real hard about what you will do to repay me, okay? Whoa, I wonder what kind of repayment. I wonder. Now I just hold back my evil cackle. We were ready to take you to our house, but we couldn't go like this. We rolled the statue up in the tarp and lifted him. And so Jack and Jill went down the hill carrying a human-sized bag and an unsheathed axe. Yeah, very near, not suspicious at all. I prayed that we wouldn't run into Tomitaka-san. If he stops here and took a picture, we'll need to get rid of him. Lol. Is that meant to be a warning for an outsider like me? Something struck me as odd about the words Tomitaka-san said. Tomitaka, unable to grasp my sense of humor, had left behind. It's at the end of the chapter. Ooh, the end of the chapter where we finally get Colonel Sanders out of that garbage pile. Or construction site, or whatever. So that was part 6, I think, of Higurashi, where we now finish chapter 4 of the first game. And so we had zombie tag, and we finally dug out the Colonel Sanders statue. So with Rena. So I'm wondering when it'll start getting more creepy again. I mean, there's a bit at the end with talking about the murder and the dismemberment that happened in the past. So I wonder if we'll get more of that in the next video. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like I said in the beginning, subscribe and hit that bell to be notified of the next video. And I hope to see you next time. See ya.